Here we go.
I've been feeling insane, and I cried this morning, and Ashley cried this morning too.
I've been crying all day. Yeah. Here we go. I came in hot, and Amber was like, "Oh, I'll meet you there," and I'm also turning up the heat.
Yes, I've been crashing out lately.
What's going on? Wait, first off, you said you wrote an intro, and then you were like, "I'm throwing it to the wind." What
Should
was
I do the intro real quick?
Yeah, let's hear you do it.
Okay, so we're talking about summer. I go, summer's almost here. I'm so excited. What are you planning on doing? I want a sandwich.
I want a sandwich.
No, I want like a white bunny bread sandwich with like crushed barbecue potato chips in it. And I want a burned hot dog off the grill. And I want to be bloated in a swimsuit and do a cannonball.
Yes.
That's what I want.
I love that. And I
yeah.
also really want my skin to stick to a plastic seat because it's so hot. And
like
I got to go like,
off.
oh, yeah, I love that.
And like thighs sticking together.
I just want to be uncomfortable in a great way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a kid again. I want to buy a ticket to a movie theater just because I want some AC.
Absolutely.
And then it's like explosions. And
explosions. And you're like, this movie's shit, but the AC feels incredible. Yes.
And the dialogue's like, we've done it again. We're the best of the Top Guns.
Yeah. Oh, my God. We are the top guns and the bottom guns and the middle guns. You know what? I feel like I have a theory, and we really benefit from growing up in the South when it would be so hot that we learned that in the summer you have to slow down because it's too hot to do anything else.
Real slow. That's people think people in the South are stupid. We're not. We're just hot.
We're overheated.
That's it.
And we don't have AC. None of us really have AC.
No.
And so then when we moved to New York and people would just go in the summer, I'd be like, you guys are living wrong.
Yeah.
Because nature is telling you
Slow down.
to slow the fuck down when it's this hot. That's nature being like, hey, it's time to take a break.
Right, but the CEOs, they need their stock market shares.
Oh,
we got to go.
Oh, God. And you know what? I do love to work for the man. So
I love it. I love making the man happy.
I love
Did
making
I make
the
you
man
happy,
money.
Mr. Man?
So I guess we'll just push it to the limit.
I guess we'll just get old and die for the man, for the company.
We'll get old and die.
Ever since I came back from vacation, I'm just kind of like, what am I doing with my life? Because this is all make-em-ups, and it's not real, and maybe I should get a job at the bank.
Yeah.
Should I get a job at the bank?
I mean, for characters alone, you would develop so much material at the bank. If you worked at the bank for like 3 months, you would come out with a one-woman show.
Working at the bank.
Working at the bank.
Well, I'm at the bank. I'm at the bank, and here's the $5 bill. I don't know.
I know money.
What do you even do at the bank?
I think you talk, because whenever I go up to the teller, she's always like, and then Janice said that, oh, how can I help you?
Oh, I got to do my job now and like count out some ones. The machine does it. What do you do at the bank?
Amber, do you know what I fucking did a month ago? I made I made a mistake because I was being honest. And I need to see that the brighter side of this is that I stuck to my values. But I went into the bank and I was like, I want to withdraw. I don't remember the exact details of it. This was actually, it wasn't a month ago. It was like over Christmas.
Okay.
And I was like, I need to break this. I had some money. I had like $300 or something. And I was like, I need to break this into like 250s and 20s and then da-da-da-da-da. And so she counts it out and she's like, okay, so you want 5 100s. She counted out $1,000 instead of change for 300. And I go, well, yeah, but the check was only for 300 and you've counted out 1,000. And she goes, oh my God, thank you so much. You really you saved me from getting in a lot of trouble.
Girl.
But I should have taken that money.
No, the bank knows. They have cameras everywhere.
That's true.
And they would have been like, Ashley, you took our money.
Right.
Now you owe us a lot more money.
Yeah.
And you'd be in jail. You'd get
know.
raped in jail.
I would die in jail.
You get like fingered.
I would die in jail.
You get fingered by a murderer.
Oh my God.
No, it's fine. You're honest.
I was honest. Boo,
I know. Honesty is the best policy.
Blah, 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 blah.
I just forget to lie. I don't know.
I want everyone else around me to be honest. So I'm honest.
I forget people can lie.
I do too. I absolutely. And you know what? I just believe people.
Yes.
What kind of idiots are we?
We're
just
dumb.
walking around believing people. People will say something to me and I'm like, okay, I believe you. Why? Why do I do that?
Why do I do that?
Why do I believe?
I just trusting people.
It's so frustrating.
Leaving my phone places. Be like, it's fine.
It's ridiculous. Have you had your phone stolen?
Yes, in a mosh pit.
Oh.
Yes.
They felt you up, they went in your pocket, took your phone out?
And it's really fast, too.
Wow.
They do it really quickly. But it was at, a lot of people were stolen phones. Adam was there, and he gave me a ride home because I was like,
Adam.
I can't call an Uber.
A hero.
He's a hero.
I just got here. My phone died, and I was pounding on the door, and Marcus let me in.
Oh.
I was like hitting the little ring bell and knocking because I was like, I can't remember the code. It's saved on my phone.
Oh, no. The phone has everything.
The phone has everything, Amber.
And then when you lose it, it fell under my bed the other day, and I was
Yeah.
like, where's my phone? I was like, I can't make a phone call.
It's over.
It's
Yeah.
over.
My identity's gone.
What, my calendar, what am I doing tomorrow?
You know what? I will say something I like about LA, the one thing I like about LA,
Right.
one thing I like.
You could be a dumb piece of shit and be like, I forgot. And they're like, oh, it's LA.
Okay, you're right. The second thing I like about LA, that's the first one.
You could be a dumb piece of shit and it's excusable.
Yeah, it's fine. The second thing is that I no longer have to return people's lost phones. Because when you live in New York, you find so many lost phones on the ground. And then now all of a sudden you're texting a number like, hey, I found this phone and you're saved in it. And then you're meeting someone at Union Square and giving them a phone. I returned, I would say, at least 10 phones in my time in New York City.
You are a good person.
Fuck. I guess so. But it was just, it would become this thing where I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I gotta return this phone. And one time I was like on the way to host a show at the UCB East. I was going to host Fresh Out and I found a phone and I was texting the person and then they came in the middle of the show and then we took a picture and they got on stage and it became kind of a bit. It was fun.
That's cute.
It was cute. It was cute. But I still was like, the work is never done. A woman's work is never done.
You're just returning all these phones.
I'm
but
just returning
you made
phones.
people's days. And if your phone gets stolen, you'd want the same thing.
Yeah, but my phone did get stolen at the Lantern. Was that the name of the place that was like underground? It was in the West Village. I think Khalees Hawkins had a show there.
We did so many shows where it's like, am I going to get murdered or am I going to do a comedy show?
And then my phone got stolen.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do? And then what are you going to do? I had it charging in the hall at the waitress stand, and someone went into the waitress stand and took it. Was it called the Lantern? I don't remember the name of this place. I don't remember anything, Amber.
So many shows, like, they'd be like, yeah, just go down this alley, make a left, and then knock on the door, and the door's, like, full of spray paint, nobody's around. And I'm just like, I guess I do this now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I do this. And also just, like, private house shows. Like, did you ever do those weed shows?
I did it twice. Once where they, like, I was on first, and everybody was, like, up and happy and laughing because the weed was kind of kicking in. And then I headlined it, so I went last. And then
going last was hard. Yeah, okay, just to like explain this to you.
The weed show.
The weed show. There was like a private weed dinner club and they would be hosted in different people's apartments.
Everything was infused with weed. Like
and they'd have these incredible chefs who would make like these weed meals and it'd be like 5 courses. And then they'd have comedians come out and perform in these. And this is before weed was legal, okay? So there is a little tinge.
We were cool, Ashley.
I mean, it's hard to believe, but we were. At one time, we were very cool. And so you would be an outlaw. You would be performing at these outlaw shows. But it was exactly like you said. If you went up early on the weed dinner party shows.
It was funny.
It was so fun.
And people were full and happy and laughing.
Yes.
This is peak millennial.
Peak. And then if you went by the end, because also the drinks were weed infused. I mean, and they had these incredible chefs who would make these masterful dinners. And then if you went up at the end, though, everyone's like half asleep, like or out of their mind.
Yeah. I looked out in the audience and like people weren't there, like emotionally, like mentally. And I was like, hey guys, everybody doing okay? And they're like, yeah. It was great.
Yeah. What a time to be alive.
Such a fun time. I was at a bar last night, Ashley.
Yeah, what happened?
And I was giving astrology readings to boomer men, and they were buying me drinks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at you out there hustling. Making it work for you. That's good.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of those men at that time period, they were never seen, and you had to like cut your hair, son, and join the military and like fall in line. So whenever you have a woman, a young, beautiful, sexy, big-breasted, fat-pussied woman coming up to you and being like, oh, you have a Libra moon. I bet you like things like to be very fair and organized, and you like beauty. You appreciate these things. So they're just like, oh, wow, I do. Do me next. Do me next.
Yeah. Well, I have a story for you, Amber.
Okay.
And I'm not going to say the name of the person on the pod because they do have a family and they're married with children.
Ooh.
So I will tell you afterwards, though, because you know who this person is. I had a job where I worked with someone, and they were a little older than me. They were older than me, and they had a family. They had a wife and kids and stuff. The nature of our job meant that we stood around and talked to each other a lot. And at some point in the job, they confessed that they had feelings for me and that they had serious feelings for me. And I was just like, no, you don't. You've just never had anyone listen to you. It's just that I have been friendly to you. And they were like, I think I have feelings for you. And I was like, okay, maybe you do, but I'm telling you, I think it's just because you tell me stories and I respond to them as someone who's paying attention, and you don't really have that in your life elsewhere.
My girlfriend is going through the same thing. She goes on all these dates, and every guy at the end, he's like, I feel like I can talk to you. You're so easy to talk to, and I like you. And she's like, do you really like me, or do you like the fact that I listen and respond?
Yes, exactly. Do you really like me, or am I just paying attention? Ugh. Yeah, it's a struggle.
Well, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Today is the last day of school. I wore a Christmas shirt because I was like, it's Christmas Eve. Tomorrow's the first day of summer vacation.
What are you going to do tomorrow?
Oh, my God. Actually, I'm going to graduation. My job's not really done. And then Friday, I do have a teacher work day where we have to talk about the year. But today was like the last official day of school. It was so emotional. I was not prepared for, it's hard when children are crying. It's tough emotionally when they cry because you're like, I want to protect you from bad feelings. Yeah. But like, you also have to go through this. It's kind of a rite of passage.
They have to grow up. Have you ever met an adult that never had those feelings and like never did anything hard? And you're just like, wake up.
Wake up. And it's important to feel all of that stuff. So it was a bittersweet day because it's like now I get the next 2 months of freedom where I get to change my life. I get this like summer vacation where I get to do all of these things and like be this person that I've been like haven't been able to be because I can't put all myself into myself. If that makes sense.
Drunk and like
I can do anything. Yeah,
and you could say curse words.
I mean, really, I'm like I can finish writing a book.
Right. I go to Vices immediately.
I can finish writing a book. I can start working out regularly.
It's so
stuff
hard
like that.
to work. It's so hard to work out, have a clean home, have meals prepped, go to work. Pay the bills.
It's impossible.
I can't do it.
Impossible. I get up at 6 a.m. I leave the house at 7 a.m. Then when I get home at 4:30, I go to sleep. I take a nap for like an hour and a half. And then I get up, I eat dinner. I hang out with, I hang out with Nick for like an hour, and then I have to go to bed again. And at some point I get to shower. Maybe I get to text a family member, but it's really impossible to do anything else. And you know what? And that's why teachers should be paid more, honestly, at the end of the day. And I want to start with you, okay? Dear listener, send me money. So I'm looking forward to the next 2 months. But I will say that like this last week has been really fun because schoolwork is done, but like we still want to keep the kids engaged intellectually. You don't want them just like running around having free time. And there's only so many times you can play like games and stuff. So I have started teaching things that we went over this year in the curriculum through sports documentaries that I care about.
Oh.
So I get to talk about like the hero's journey and like character archetypes and stuff.
Like Muhammad Ali, like.
Yeah, I mean, it's all been basketball because, tonight is the first game of the NBA championship. Go Knicks.
Okay. I forget that you're a big sports fanatic.
I'm a big basketball fanatic.
Because you're from North Carolina.
I'm from Chapel Hill.
Where they have the Tar Heels.
That's right, Amber. That's right.
And the colors are blue and white?
Yes, Amber. Yes.
Yes.
You did
it. I listen and respond.
Yes. You're my friend.
Yeah.
I'm from Chapel Hill, Dean Smith, Michael Jordan, Four Corners,
Wow.
So I care a lot about basketball, and it's like really fun because I get to teach basketball while also teaching all these like things we've studied throughout class. So we've been watching documentaries this past week.
I bet they love you.
They do.
They're going to remember you because you remember your teachers.
You remember your teachers. I mean, I have found out that I really enjoy teaching and I'm good at it. And so it's like fun to be good at something and to get really into it. it. You know what I mean?
You love your job. You're good at it. You're going to miss it when summer.
I am going to miss it.
When summer, like the middle summer hits, you can be like, I miss those kids.
Yeah.
And then, they're going to be off in another class next year, so you'll never see them again.
Yeah. Well, they will continue to take my comedy class.
Okay.
High school kids can take my comedy class.
Ooh, you got to instill good values in them.
Yes.
So they don't get like a drug addict teenager.
I try my best. And you know what? I got to say, like, everyone is so worried about this, like, next generation. And people are like, oh, like, kids these days, blah, 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 blah. I got to tell you, don't be worried. They're awesome. They're cool. They're thoughtful. They're sensitive. They're smart. They're creative. Like, kids are cool. Kids are cool. Kids are cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
I feel bad about that joke I made.
Yeah, you should.
I know I should. My brain was just like, blah. We cut it out, though.
Yeah, Adam's cutting out it. Adam has to cut out half of this shit. You're a comedian. You're supposed to make jokes.
Right.
And it was funny. It made me laugh.
Okay, but it was edited out, so you'll never know. I want to go to Universal this summer.
Yeah, you're going to go with me. You better go with me.
Yeah, I've never been.
Wow, we're going to have fun.
I found a ticket for like $30.
Okay, that can't be true.
It's on some fake website.
Yeah, that's not real. Don't give them your information.
No. You just got to give them your social security number.
Yeah, maiden name. Yeah, your mother's maiden name.
Now, how much are tickets?
I guess I don't know. Is the answer.
Like over 100?
Yeah.
I'm making my own Universal in my backyard.
Are you? I don't think you can pull off, Optimus Prime coming down and telling you he's proud of you. I don't think you can have that.
He does that?
Yeah, it's my favorite part of Universal. Yeah, he says you did a good job. And I go, oh my God, thank you so much.
See, as people listening, the Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
He listens and responds. You love that.
I love it. And there's Universal's fun. It's no Disneyland.
Disneyland's the best?
Disneyland's really good.
Have you used that picture frame yet?
I haven't, but I found a place for it.
Nice.
Yeah, it is where it's going to be on our little mantle. And I haven't put a picture in it yet because I have a roll of film I need to get developed from last summer.
God, rolls. We should get a disposable camera this summer.
Yeah.
And we should take pictures.
Yeah, take pictures. Yeah, it's so fun.
I'm going to throw a party. I'm going to throw a big party, and I'm going to get a few disposable cameras and just put them around the house and say, like, take a picture. I'm probably going to have someone take a picture of his wiener. But
okay, probably. Someone's going to go in the bathroom. I will say I was at a party last week, and that was the case. And they had a really nice, like, Instamax camera, and they had just tons of film, and they were like, just take pictures. So I got to go around and just take all these pictures. And it was
that's great.
Such a blast.
I love it.
Yeah, rich people, buy cameras and put them out throughout your house for people to use. Act like you care.
Act like you care.
Act like you care.
Rich people, God, if I had $1 billion, well, I would give money to help people.
Yeah, of course.
I'd try to help the people, to help the kids.
Yeah.
And I'd get a swimming pool.
Yeah.
I think I'd get a below-ground swimming pool. And it'd be like a grotto. It would look like a grotto.
That's cool. Like a tile bottom?
Yeah. And like
gorgeous.
Should we get like plants in there?
Yes, absolutely.
And like a little waterfall in there?
Yeah. 100%.
And some fish, maybe?
Have you seen the ones it's like water where they have the plants set up? It's not chlorinated water, but the plants filter out the water.
That's
you know what I'm talking
want.
about? I want that too. That's so rad.
Because chlorine is like, it does have nostalgic memories, the smell.
Yeah, of
But
course.
I want like a clean pond.
Right. I feel the same way. I want a clean pond. Chlorine, it's great to sniff, but your skin will get dry if you swim in it too much. And I just don't have that. I don't have the moisturizer budget to have a chlorine pool.
Back growing up, we had this lake out back, and I told you about the ducks.
Yeah, I know all about the
screaming
ducks.
and their legs got cut off.
You should tell them about the ducks.
Right. So
This is one of my favorite Amber stories.
Yeah. So we have this lake, and it's very beautiful, and it's all like ecosystemmed out. And then my brother, he was like, I'm going to go get some chickens and ducks. So he goes to town to buy some, comes back. So there's no ducks natural to the lake. So when you add this new element in there, the snapping turtles, they had a field day. Just snap, like they loved the duck's legs. And
the little floating worms just at the top of the surface.
And they'd nibble on it. One time I saw one of them. I heard a sound in the woods, and I ran out in the woods and just saw it ripping a leg off a duck.
Oh my God,
and
Jesus
then they
Christ.
would just do this because it was all veins. And then the geese flew away, and they went to the ocean and got jellyfish, and then brought the jellyfish back on their feet. So we had screaming ducks with floaty vein legs, jellyfish and snapping turtles everywhere.
God, wow.
What
When
a
man
life.
intervenes with nature, everything goes
Fucks it
wrong.
up.
It
And they're
fucks
always,
it up.
like
Yeah.
when they're like, oh, we could get the guinea pig or, the Nutri-Rat. Let's put
Yeah.
the Nutri-Rat in here. It'll solve it all.
Just like kudzu. Yeah. Slowly but surely choking our sweet land.
How do we do it? How do we get back?
I think...
How do we get back to nature?
How do we get back to nature? Well, I do have faith in humanity constantly evolving.
Okay.
So I don't think we're always necessarily on an upward trajectory, but I think it's kind of like this. You know what I mean?
Right. It's like progress. It never happens like this. It's like this.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, but I do think ultimately we are better now than we were 100 years ago, we are. We just simply are.
We are?
Yeah.
What was going on 100 years ago?
Segregation,
Right.
smallpox, there's a lot of
1926.
disease. I mean, the Civil Rights Act wasn't signed until 1967. So it's like, we are at a better time now than even 50 years ago, even 30 years ago.
We are?
I would make the argument that we are.
So 30 years ago, it would be 19...
I know it's hard for us to talk about the 90s because the 90s are so nostalgic. So 30 years ago would be 1996.
Yeah.
How can I make the argument that we are better?
We were calling each other a bunch of slurs and thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I never, because I was like, I don't like that. But it would just,
I think in general, racism, homophobia, misogyny were worse in the 90s than they are now, for sure.
And it was a lot of like, if you weighed over 125, people would just call you a fat pig to your face.
Yeah, there was that for sure.
Bill Clinton was playing the saxophone.
Bill Clinton is an interesting president with an interesting legacy. Who's your favorite president of all time? Pick a favorite president.
Barack Obama?
Okay.
Only because that time period.
Yeah, the time period was a nice time period.
It was a very nice time. He campaigned on hope.
Right. He campaigned on hope. And we were at a very great age then because we were like in our like mid to late 20s. And so the world felt sort of like new and fresh and ours for the taking.
Yeah. And it was hopeful. And like everybody had their big stupid Schwinn bikes and their like handlebar mustaches and their craft beers.
I'm going to go with Abraham Lincoln.
Oh.
I think he's my fave.
Well, you win.
He's my fave.
You win.
Abraham Lincoln, I've been watching a lot of like, we've been watching, so I talked about the sports documentaries, basketball. Okay. So there's been like 2, and I did this last year with the kids where we watched, have you ever watched any of the 30 for 30s on ESPN?
I think so. One time about a man doing something. I don't know what he did, but he did something.
He was hitting the ball.
Or running or swimming or something.
Using his body in some fashion.
Yeah. But it was entertaining.
So last year I taught them about the New York Knicks because we watched Winning Time, Reggie Miller versus the New York Knicks, which is a great documentary you should watch. Really great way to talk about like characters, archetypes, character arcs. You can teach a lot through these. And then this year we watched Bad Boys, which is about the Detroit Pistons, like young Dennis Rodman, a lot of really fun characters.
Oh, I love Dennis Rodman.
Yes, he's fantastic.
He went to North Korea, and that's why we know a lot about North Korea, because they had the documentarian people.
Do you know that out of high school he was a janitor at an airport?
For real?
For real. Yeah, he was a janitor at an airport, and then he just would play basketball as much as he possibly could. And then he went to college to play basketball, and he was like a 20-year-old or 22-year-old freshman or something like that. And then his basketball career is fascinating. So, but then we started watching The Last Dance. You ever watch The Last Dance? Mm-hmm. So I've been talking a lot about Michael Jordan. And so one of the students was like, who are your heroes? And I was like, I think it's Shakespeare, Abraham Lincoln, and Michael Jordan.
That's great.
I think those are my 3.
Shakespeare, Abraham Lincoln, and Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Who would you think? I got to work a woman in there.
Princess Diana?
Okay, sure. Yeah. Princess Diana. I like her. Flannery O'Connor, maybe, I think would be like my number 1 woman.
Who's that?
She was a Southern Gothic writer. Ooh. She was a very, very interesting, strange lady who writes like fantastic. She wrote really known for her short stories. A Good Man is Hard to Find is like one of her most famous short stories. Yeah.
I love strange women in history.
She's a very strange woman.
Just like a peculiar woman that existed 200 years ago.
Who was kind of a freak because she had opinions. Or they were like, something's not right with her. And she's like, I just have things to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like that.
And now we can say it.
Now we can say it and no one can stop us. I mean, they still can
They're
stop us.
trying to stop us.
They do try and stop us. But,
Right.
But, we get to say a lot more now than we did in the past. Things are better than 100 years ago.
Didn't they have like a muzzle they'd put on women? It was like,
I don't
shut
know.
up, you bitch.
Oh,
And it was just like this like muzzle thing. I need a muzzle.
God.
I need one for me.
Someone get us a pool. We need to relax in a nature pool. We need to relax in a nature pool. We came in here hot and we were both like, is it the moon? And I think that we just had a full moon. I really do.
We did have a full moon in Sagittarius.
Then that's what we're feeling. We're feeling the ramifications of that.
Sagittarius, they're very like do it for the plot. They like to travel, even if it's not physically. They'll do it in their own mind and like push the envelope.
Interesting.
They're fun. They're lucky.
Yeah.
Your Sagittarius friend is always like, I'm going to Thailand to do Muay Thai for a month.
Gosh.
Bye. And you're like, what?
Now, I have a lot of really close friends who are Sagittarius. Is there a Leo Sagittarius trajectory Venn diagram? Is there a reason why I have so many people in my life who are Sagittarius?
They're both fire signs.
Okay.
So it's like fire and fire just fucking it up.
Yeah, fire and fire fucking it up.
And Leo's very like, it's a luminary. So it's a hi, here I am. You don't even have to announce it. You just walk in a room and everybody's like, there's Ashley.
I'm here.
So Sagittarius are very attracted to that.
Oh, okay.
Because you have power and you're not afraid to take it.
Interesting. And then what am I attracted to in Sagittarius is? Do we know what Leo's like in Sagittarius
Probably
is?
just the adventurous.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Unabashed, unapologetic.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I feel like a partner in adventure a lot of times with the Sagittarius.
Yes. My good friend's a Sagittarius, and we've been crashing out lately.
Oh, that's fun.
We sure have.
You want to say more?
Oh,
What have you been doing?
I don't want to say who she is, but, we've been going out and, definitely, saw a guy on the street, and then she's like, he's cute, and then, they had sex.
Wow. I did not see that coming. I really, in my mind, was like, we did a couple lines is where I really thought it was going to go.
No.
Wow.
He's apparently a 26-year-old Bulgarian man with a thick cock.
Okay, so. Wow. Adam is just politely ignoring us. And I do appreciate that. You know what? I did the personality test on Nick. And
the horse ladder?
Okay, so I redid the horse ladder thing. And Nick's whole thing is like, okay, this test is flawed because you start me off in a desert. I don't want to be in a desert. I'm freaked out by being in a desert. In my mind, I'm thinking I'm in this desert, and it's like, all I know about deserts is that there's not much water, and it's like, so now I'm worried about how I'm going to survive. He's like, it starts off in an uncomfortable situation. It starts off in an environment that I naturally, fear biologically.
Oh.
Yeah, and so he's like, so everything's sort of tainted because I keep thinking to myself, how am I going to get out of this desert? I need to find water.
I never thought about that.
I never thought about it either.
See, in my desert, I pictured in the distance there's a mountain with some rolling hills and when you're in school and they have those places pictures where they're like, this is a plateau.
Yeah.
This is an inland empire.
Where they show you different geographical formations.
Topography.
Yes, exactly.
So it looks like one of those.
Okay.
So it's just kind of funny and cute and cartoony.
Well, I was saying to him, I think that is your reflection of the world.
Yeah.
Because my thing with the desert is it's because I don't think about there not being water. To me, when you plot me in the desert in my mind, I just assume I'm going to be able to handle it. And I think that's kind of my worldview, even if I'm not conscious of it.
It's also my mind. You can escape it.
Yeah.
You can be like, imagine you're on an airplane that's on fire. Okay.
Yeah. I have a parachute and I'm going to save everybody.
Yeah, I have a parachute. What are you going to do about that now?
Yeah, I can do whatever I want. This is all made up.
It's all made up. This isn't the bank.
This isn't. Yeah. And then I did the morality one and he hated that.
I noticed everybody hates that one because I said it on a date, and he was like, were you raised religious?"
Yeah, Nick was like,
"Yeah."
Nick said, "Did this come from someone from the 1950s?" Nick was just like, "This feels incredibly outdated." Yeah, so
yeah, it is a very, you know what? You're right about how we are better from now than the past because
Yeah.
that's an old like religious thing. The hatred of women in that question is just so ingrained in the words that you're just like, whoa, wait a minute.
Exactly.
And so people used to just literally think like, well, yeah, she's a bitch because she's a woman. So
Right.
do you want the whore first or last?
Yeah, exactly.
And I remember when my mother asked me that question, I put the woman first. And
Yeah.
then she was like disappointed in me. And I was like, I feel bad for the woman. And she's like, you shouldn't.
Yeah,
And I'm
Nick
like,
is like, who's not going to feel bad for the woman? Like, Nick was like, this feels archaic and like misogynist. So I do, and we are better off than 50 years off, 100 years off. I mean, even like when we first started talking about climate change is scary and happening to us right now. And sure, I feel like the people in power are not doing what they are supposed to be doing, and I'm concerned. But like, at least people are talking about it, and that's a real thing. Whereas, like, even like in 2001 with Al Gore and An Inconvenient Truth, like that was looked at by Middle America as just like only propaganda.
Right.
I mean, not Middle America. I say Middle America,
just like a random like Phil from Tallahassee.
Yeah, I mean, when I say that, I mean like the average.
Yeah.
You know, like they could be anywhere in America.
And if you're Phil from Tallahassee, write in.
Yeah, please let us know. But I just mean the average.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're better. We're better now, and we continue to make progress.
It's hard because you look at it like AI data centers and
Yeah,
manosphere, and you're just like, oh,
Scary.
what the fuck's going on? But when you really sit down and think about it, most people would look at that and be like, I don't like the data centers, and that guy's a dweeb.
Yeah, exactly. My grandmother couldn't have a bank account, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just like...
My mother has such a hardened anger at women.
Yeah.
That's just like, there's no, like... there's no changing that.
Right.
And I feel like it correlates to like how you treat nature because she doesn't think climate change is real and she just like burns plastic in the yard and like doesn't give a fuck. And I'm like, oh, this is all kind of like related. Doesn't like kids, doesn't like animals.
Internalized misogyny. Your mom is also...
I had to break up with an ex because he called her a bitch to her face, which she is a bitch. But like I was just like, oh, I absolutely can't.
Yeah,
I can't
that's
be with
tough.
you.
That's tough. But I think when you burn plastic in your yard and you don't like animals and you don't like babies,
and you're like, she ran over a kitten and like didn't give a shit.
Yeah, so that's something.
That's something there.
That's something there. Yeah, something's going on.
It's so weird that I always thought I was like crazy and bad and wrong because I liked women. I liked kids.
Yeah.
I wanted like...
You wanted connection. You wanted to feel love. You wanted to help. You wanted to make a difference.
I like felt empathetic, and I was always
Yeah.
like made fun of because in
Yeah.
that time, in that generation, it was like if you had empathy, you're a weak person.
You're weak. Yeah. Mhm.
And I don't think so at all.
No, I think you're strong.
I think you're very strong.
I think you're strong. I think you're strong.
To roll over a kitten and to not give a shit that's psychotic.
That is concerning.
There was definitely
for sure.
One time there was a barrel of kittens drowning, and I saved them, and she got mad at me for doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she was fine listening to them, like the dying sounds.
Right. Yeah.
What is that?
You should read a book.
What is that, chat?
What is that? What is that? I read this book one time, and I think it's called like Sociopath or Sociopath
God.
or something like that.
Is she a sociopath?
It's written by a woman who was diagnosed as a sociopath, and she's like kept her identity completely out of the book, but she's like, I just want you to know I'm writing this book so that you know what being a sociopath is like. Like, I'm going to tell you what it's like.
What is it like?
And one of the things that she does, she tells a story about just this animal drowning in her pool and her just like watching it die and like not intervening. So when things, you know what, this has taken a turn. We're talking, Adam went to the bathroom and now we're talking about animals dying. Okay.
Well, she had a very hard childhood. She had a harder childhood than I did.
Exactly. I think 100 years ago, 12-year-olds were getting married off to grown men. So, you know, we've made a difference, and that is the human trajectory. We want to keep moving forward, and we want to believe in that. Okay, it's important that we all believe in that because it is the fuel that keeps the locomotive going in that trajectory, I believe.
I believe that too because there's so much of stuff that's just made up all around us. Like the penny.
Yes. What is it?
What is it? Who gives a shit?
Something that looks cool, but what is it? Well, money is, I think, really the only conspiracy because it is something that we all just agree has value, but is, you know, it's just nothing.
And what it's worth. Because what if I bought a yacht for $1? Why not?
Why not? It's just the same piece of paper as a $1,000 bill. Is that a thing? $1,000 bill? Sure. I would not know. I would never know. I don't even know if there's a $500 bill. I've never seen anything bigger than a $100 bill.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I looked at a $100 bill when I was in New York cocktail waitressing, and I was like, this is my first $100 bill. And everybody looked at me like I was some Victorian orphan. They were just like, you've never seen a $100 bill? And I'm like, sorry, we're poor in the South.
Yeah. Also,
We're
I
very
think
poor.
those people, you could have just been like, you're an asshole. Let me have this moment.
Let me have this moment.
Let me have this moment.
There were so many assholes when I first moved to New York. Like, when you really sit down and think about it, just that growing up to do.
Yeah.
And, like, because you were from the South also, just, like, being inundated into a big bustling city. And, like, meeting I remember the first Jewish person I met. And I said, you're the first Jewish person I met. And then it was like a fork drop sound. And I was just like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you didn't meet any Jewish people in the South?
Not in Saudi Arabia, not in Louisiana.
Really?
Yeah, maybe I did, but they didn't tell me. I don't know.
Oh, I definitely grew up with Jewish people for sure. Friends who practiced Judaism and their families practiced Judaism. Yeah, definitely.
I probably did. They just didn't tell me.
Yeah, maybe you weren't talking about it, or maybe
chilling.
who knows? But I mean, I will say that in New York, I don't know if I met assholes or had to deal with assholes. I did have to like learn some hard lessons.
Hard lessons really quick because I was just so like I'd never spoken to anybody. I didn't know anything.
Yeah, I struggled. I think really the hardest lesson was wealth. I really learned that there was a level of wealth I had not experienced in this life. Like I remember going to a friend's like her parents' apartment in Tribeca, and it was huge, and they had a cheese board out. And I had just never seen a cheese board. I didn't really understand why all this cheese was like sitting out and these meats. Like I was like, shouldn't we put this away? Like what's going on?
Right.
So I remember things like that and just being exposed to wealth I hadn't been exposed to. But I want to get back to my summer plans. Can I do that?
Yeah, let's get back to summer. So far we've been talking about a lot of stuff. But summer plans.
Okay, these are my summer plans. Are you ready?
Yeah.
First thing is I'm going to get in shape, and I want to just move my body, and I want to be more comfortable in my body. I have some pants that I really want to fit by the end of the summer.
You got it.
I got it. So I want to get more comfortable in my body. I want to like start working out. I just want to move more, and I want things to be easier, like lifting things and opening things. I just want to get like better at doing stuff.
I love that.
Yeah, so that's big. I want to do a lot of writing. I have 2 books that I need to finish writing, and I need to just polish them up and see if they're any good. So I want to do that. That's important.
What are they about?
Well, I'm embarrassed to talk about it right now. So let's talk about it.
Let's when they're done.
Yeah, and you know my thing. You know my thing. Like I don't like to talk about a creative project until it's done, because if I talk about it,
you feel like it's done.
I feel like it's done, and then I never finish it.
That is a very LA thing where people will just like take a meeting and get lunch and talk about plans and then never do it.
I never talk details about a writing project until it's finished, just because I move in silence. Yes. As soon as I start like telling someone the story or something, I feel like I've written it already, and then it never gets written. So I want to do that, and I want to I really, really want to move. I want to move. So I want to like downsize and get a new place. And so those are my big summer plans.
Where are we moving to? A location you like? Do you like Echo Park?
I want to be in a more walkable area.
Move to my area.
Yeah, I think your area is really nice. I think there's a lot of areas. Your area is nice. I like just the West Side in general, but I also like Echo Park. Echo Park feels walkable. So I don't know. I'm really kind of open to whatever. I'm going to be looking around Los Angeles. I think it's just time. This is the first place we moved into, and now it's time to move around some more. You know, find a new place, switch it up.
Walkability is so key.
It's so key.
I literally talked to somebody who just moved because they're like, we can't walk anywhere. There's no sidewalks in our old place. And we were starting to feel really depressed.
Yeah, it's true. If I'm not moving and if I'm not writing, I start to decline mentally.
Oh.
Yeah, I've always got to be writing, and I've always got to be moving 100%.
You're like a poet.
I'm a poet in motion. I'm a poet in motion. Yeah.
You're like Socrates.
I'm just like Socrates. I'm just being sentenced to death by the government, and I've got to drink some poisonous hemlock.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what he did?
Well, he had to drink poison, and he died that way. But as he was dying, he never wrote anything down famously. So like his students, Plato, wrote everything he said down. So as he was dying from, I think it was hemlock, he was like talking about all these very important ideas as he passed.
What were the ideas?
He really thought, the Socratic method, which is like Okay, the
Tell
Socratic
me.
method. Okay. I mean, I'm not like super boned up on Socrates, but I'll just tell you what I know, which is that the Socratic method is like in some ways it is a school of thought in and of itself, which is just you can change a person's mind, or you can get to a truth through asking questions. So it's like if someone's like says something you disagree with, you go, "Oh, what makes you think that?" Or and then
Right.
where did that come from? And then where do you think that came from?
Oh,
And go
because
on
you're
and so forth.
yeah, it's like almost like you're piecing the picture in your own brain.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then you kind of just, you can, I don't want to say slowly wear them down, but you can just kind of get them onto your side. You can not get onto your,
So it's like therapy.
kind of, but it's more like they were talking about very important issues of their time. So they were like having these
Like,
great
should
debates.
women be alive?
Yeah. What should a government look like?
Right.
What does it mean? Because our ideas of government have like really changed throughout history. I mean, for most of history, you just kind of were born being a subject, like you didn't really think much about it. You just were born in a geographical location, which meant that this person was your king, right? Only really since the Age of Enlightenment have we had this idea that like a government is made up by the consent of the people governed. So it is the idea that we choose to be in this social contract with the government.
Oh, so we can vote. That's very
Exactly.
new. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not super new because it goes all the way back to ancient Rome, because they also had a republic, but ours is built on that in some way as well, influenced by that. But just these ideas of how should people be governed is a very popular
Right.
thing that Plato would be discussing, and like what's the meaning of life and what has value and stuff like that.
It's interesting what's going on right now with like how we should be governed, because the money, we'll bring it back to that, because the wealth is hoarded with so few people that they can spend a lot of money, I've noticed, on getting us to hate each other.
Mm-hmm. No, that's important. Yeah, creating division amongst the working class has always been a goal of the oppressor.
Yeah, like if I had money, I'd be like, let's have fun.
Yeah, I mean, you would hope that, but you don't really know what happens to your brain at that level of money, So it's
kill
like,
them all.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, they've done like studies on billionaires, right? Where it's like weird shit happens to their brain when you're surrounded by people who agree with you. Yeah, and that is the problem with AI. That's the problem with asking AI questions. It has a similar effect on the brain. So I don't know exactly what did you wait, you were saying kill them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right before that, what was it?
The government they have a lot of money and they're making us hate each other.
And they're making us hate each other.
And they're sort of putting their buddies in power. So it sometimes feels like the vote, you should still vote. I voted recently in the California election, but I'm also like, are they just gonna like put their guy in and be like, nanny, nanny, boo, boo, what are you going to do about it?
I mean, you always have to vote but you always have to be wary of that as well. 100%. I mean, that is, the political class, like the families that have been involved in politics since America's creation are something that we should be aware of and paying attention to. My father was a senator. Now I'm a governor, so on and so forth. That is, ultimately, we don't want to end up in an oligarchy, which I think is I think when people are talking about extremes, and by the way, I don't know anything about politics, okay? When people are talking extremes about America's future, we're worried about and fascism.
Yeah.
And we're worried about America becoming an oligarchy. So an oligarchy is when like a select group of very wealthy people rule.
We might be in that right now.
We could be in that. I mean, we're not in that right now. We're not in an oligarchy.
Right.
But we are leaning towards an oligarchy.
Right. Yeah.
And then fascism is also a concern. We don't want to,
We don't want that.
Yeah. Fascism is very scary. And it's so interesting. I was just reading The Heart is a Lonely Hunter, which is a book you would absolutely love, written by Carson McCullers, another Southern Gothic woman writer, wrote it when she was 22.
Ooh.
It's so good. And she's talking so much about like fascism is being talked a lot about in the book. And it's because there's just this fascination. The book is happening in the 1930s. There's just this real global concern at that time with fascism and its hold on how fast it can spread in a country.
Yeah.
Because when fascism took over Germany, it was like really it was a real point of like extreme concern and confusion amongst intellectuals, because Germany at the time is like looked at as having produced so many important artists and thinkers and scientists and musicians. And it's like, if fascism can take root there, it can take root anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I think the 30s, things were like progressing so much, and also people were very poor, the Weimar Republic. So when when things are very chaotic, you think to yourself, if we all just stay in line and get this strong guy in power, then it'll fix itself, and I'll be protected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so interesting because this year in school, I've been talking so much about feudalism, which is like, how do humans respond when things collapse? You know, because like the Roman Empire falls, and then it's like Europe kind of plunges into darkness. Like all of a sudden, they're being attacked from all these different groups of people coming from the north and the east and the south, and it really, the response to it is feudalism for safety. It's exactly what you're saying. It's creating a system of safety that is so much a social hierarchy, and it creates very rigid social rules.
Oh, I don't like that.
Well, that is, I think traditionally that is how humans respond to chaos, is to kind of like, humans respond to collapse, and when things collapse and things become chaotic, we tend to embrace very structured ruling systems.
And do you think that's why the fascism generally doesn't like women? Because women are a little more chaotic?
Well,
not
no
chaotic,
one likes women.
Yeah. Come on.
But I'm just saying, like, I don't know if there's been like a style of government that has embraced female power, really. I think the closest we've gotten to it is democracy. I mean, in God, this is just the history teacher coming out of me, but in like medieval Africa, the African empires, their royal system was matrilineal, which means that it was passed down through the female bloodline, but they still didn't let the women be queens. But like if the king died, then the queen's son became. But when the king died, then his sister's son would become king.
Interesting.
So power was passed in that way.
I saw a post the other day that said repeal the 19th, and there was like several thousand likes.
I want to know what part of the internet you're on. You got to get off of it. What post? Post where? Where was
Instagram.
It? On Instagram? Are you following that person?
No.
Oh, it's your Discover page? The algorithm is sending you that?
It's just sending it to me. It's like radicalizing people, and it's so crazy that people are like, yeah, the world is like kind of chaotic right now. We're all bankrupt, but instead of blaming, I don't know, BlackRock from buying up all the homes, we're just going to make sure women don't vote. It's so weird to me. Why don't look at the big guys in power? They're fucking us all up.
You're talking about outliers, and I think that's very important that we say that. That is not the majority.
I think it's a lot more people than you think.
It's not the majority. It's not the majority. It simply isn't. It cannot be, or laws would be in place that would restrict women to vote.
But they're like talking about it and stuff. I don't know. You're more positive.
I'm more positive, but it's also important that we're realistic as well, because what you're talking about is like you can get people very scared and fear, and then that has its own problems as well. Like if we live in a state of fear and we think that the majority of the people want to like imprison women and take away all of their rights, that doesn't create a responsible citizen.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay,
so it's important to keep our feet on the ground. We can be aware that people are saying things and thinking like that, but as soon as we start thinking that that's the majority, is this like extreme takeover of women in that way,
then they kind of win.
It's not that they win. It's that it's that you have a responsibility as a democratic citizen to participate in democracy, and almost you have to be checked into reality.
Okay.
It's important. It's important.
Thank you, Ashley. God, we started off the show just being like, ah! And then, yes, let's check into reality. I've been feeling like somebody's mad at me and I don't know why.
Oh my God, honey, you're singing my song. I feel that all the time. Yeah.
Somebody's mad at me.
Yeah, I always feel that way. Sometimes I have to just be like, you're okay. No one's mad at you. Do you have any other summer plans?
I want my hour. I want my stand-up hour. So that way I can go travel the world and I can make people laugh and I can have a really good time and I can go to places like Spain and have some tapas and I can go to Kansas and have some barbecue.
Yeah,
you know?
that's good. A nice stand-up tour is just the best way to travel the world.
Yeah.
You're like Anthony Bourdain, taking in cultures and sharing your art.
And what if I did a 2-for-1 and then what if I had a hunky boyfriend? And he came along and
you could have a summer hunky boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I think that's a great idea. Okay, so wait, you want to, let's go over our checklist for the summer.
Okay.
You want a hunky chunky boyfriend, a hunky chunky summer boyfriend. You want to work on your hour.
Yeah.
You want
a pool. I want to swim pool.
You want to be in a pool, but also one day there should be pool ownership in your future. How do you feel about tans? Yeah.
I just kind of burn.
I burn as well. But I love sleeping in the sun.
Oh, yeah?
I love taking a nap in the sun. And like just that feeling when you're exhausted from having just been in the sun all day and you sleep so well. I love that. I love that.
Ooh, maybe like a boombox with some music somewhere.
Boombox with music is good. I love that. Okay, so I want to get like physically more capable. I want to just be better at doing things physically, and I want to fit into some pants. I want to finish writing 2 books, and I want to move. And you know what else I want to do?
What?
I want to get my cat insurance.
What's that?
It's like health insurance for your pet so that if anything happens, because she's moving into old age.
Oh.
So it's like if her kidneys fail, I want an insurance company to foot the bill, not me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get her pet insurance, and I want to take her to the vet because she hasn't been in a while. And I want to get all the spiders off my porch because there's a lot of spiders on my porch right now.
2-for-1, get the cat out there.
Yeah.
Kill the spiders.
Gosh, she's such a scaredy baby, though.
Oh.
Like, she would run.
Really? She'd run away down the street?
She would run back into the house.
Oh.
We've left the door open many a time, and she looks out the door, but she's not walking out.
She loves you.
She loves us, and she also is scared. Yeah.
Oh, remember when you adopted those 2 cats in that apartment?
Yes,
and
I
one of
do.
them scratched your eyeball, right?
Mm-hmm. One scratched my eyeball, and I fainted, and I woke up to Amber. She had a washcloth on my forehead, and she was just kind of going like this, and she goes, there you are. You're coming back. You're coming back. You're going to be okay. And she was like doing this with her hand on my cheek, and Nick was like, what's happening? Is she dead? Should we call 911? And Amber was like, no, she just fainted. She's okay.
Yeah. Because it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot at once.
It's a lot at once. And the cat scratched my eye and I fainted. And then we gave those cats back to the people. We were like, we were just fostering them, but we were like, yeah, those cats made Ashley faint. They gotta go.
I was at Amoeba, and it's the record shop, and there's so much going on and chaos and music and people that I just kind of like stood there. I could see fainting when it's just so much at once. You're just like, oh.
Have you ever fainted?
I have gotten so high, I fell down.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I have actually. In the back of UCB, I had smoked a joint, and it was hot, and like I hadn't had water, and I didn't eat, and I fainted, and I hit my head. And then I feel like there was a bitch the next week who's like, you fainted. You fainted. Are you okay? Like she didn't.
That's so rude.
Yes, and like brought it to the attention of the whole party, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, God, I want to say something from Widow's Bay. Can I tell you a scene that I saw last night?
Is this the 2 gay men that are playing hockey?
No, that's Heated Rivalry.
Okay.
Widow's Bay is the one that's Katie Dippold and Neil Casey, and it's like horror / comedy. Can I tell you a scene? Or do you think you'll watch it, or can I tell you a scene?
Yeah,
okay.
Tell me.
If you guys don't want this spoiler, end it here. Thanks for listening. But also, this is just a tiny, tiny spoiler. It's not even that big of a deal. But there's this one character who just gets shit on all the time.
Aww.
And I know, and you feel for her. And this one woman is just like being a fucking just shithead to her. Yeah, just a bitch. And like the character that gets shits on all the time tases her and she falls to the ground and everybody's like, what? And she's like, she sucks. She's the worst. She sucks. She's bad. She's bad.
Right.
And it was just like, I wish I could say that to people more. I wish I could just be like, I don't like you. You're mean. Like
you're mean. But you know what some of those people do is they play psychological games with people. So everybody thinks like they're all in their own head being like, well, they're mean to me, but everybody seems to like them. But not everybody's thinking the same thing. They're all fake laughing along at the story.
Yeah, no one feels good in that situation.
I know a mean girl who she would like talk about my age all the time and make me feel so bad about getting, really, she's afraid of getting older. And so anytime I was around younger people, I'd be like, oh, they're going to make fun of me. And they don't. No one gives a shit.
No one gives a shit.
It's just her being really mean.
Yeah.
I don't like her.
No.
At all.
Yeah. No one notices your age ever, I found. Like,
And,
when
like,
you're
no
hanging
one
out with
gives a
younger
shit.
people, like, sometimes they just assume I'm the same age, or like if I mention my... Have you ever been hanging out with an older, like a person like 10 years older than you, and they bring up their age a lot, and you're like, you don't have to do that. Honey, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, I don't care.
We're here. We're just having fun.
Yeah. I'm just reading your zodiac at the bar.
Yeah, I'm just reading your zodiac at the bar. Exactly.
Libra moon, I see you. Capricorn Venus.
So you did the personality test to the guy. Did you do the ladder cube one to him?
Yes.
And what happened?
Well.
Oh my God, what happened? Amber, what happened?
There was a moment, because he works a very corporate job. Here's an example. And I said, the ladder. I said, what do you see the ladder as? And he's like, yeah, it's just on the ground. And I was like, oh, he was like, and we talked about how the ladder is your ambition. And he said, yeah, I haven't, like, I've just been working this very corporate job.
Oh my God.
And I felt really bad. And I'm just kind of like, I'm sorry, buddy. I don't want to be a bummer. But maybe he'll go and be like, I should spend more time doing the artwork that he wants to do.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I wish him well.
Yeah.
He was a nice guy.
Good luck to him.
Good luck to him. Well, do you have anything you want to promote? Or?
Just your show.
Yes.
I did it last week. It was so fun.
Slamber's Comedy Bash.
Yeah, it's
every
the best.
Friday at the Clubhouse, 7 o'clock sharp.
Yeah.
And I have a Patreon, Amber Smelson. For $1, you can listen to my stand-up.
Hey, that's a deal.
That's a deal.
That's a really good deal.
Anything for you?
Just follow me on Instagram, Ashley_Brooke_Roberts. I'm going to make stuff during the summer. So, good on YouTube. Follow me and watch the space.
Watch the space.
Watch the space. See what happens.
What a journey we've made today.
Truly. I'm shocked.
I feel better.
I have so much more to say. I could really talk so long, but we're done. We're done. We got to go.
Okay.
It's time.
It's time.
We gotta let Adam go home. And also, it's the NBA playoffs are happening, or the finals. The championship is starting right now.
Well, tell me. Well, you got to run home.
Yeah,
I'm just have a cigarette.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, bye.
Bye.